It's almost been a year since the release of Naughty Dog's critically acclaimed release, The Last of Us. The Last of Us has gone on to win numerous game awards, sell millions of copies, and is considered one of the greatest games of the last generation of consoles. With its success, many wondered when we would get a chance to revisit the story and characters we've grown attached to. Naughty Dog has answered the call with The Last of Us Left Behind, and you'll soon find out if it's worth the money. Before I move on, the visual and sound design is just as good as it is in the main game. The voice acting for Riley is well done, and she's a great addition to the whole experience. Also, it is highly recommended that you complete the main story before playing Left Behind. Left Behind travels back to a time before Ellie met Joel. At this point in her life, she hasn't fully developed the toughness and fighting spirit that is shown in the main game. The main focus of the story in Left Behind is the friendship between Ellie and Riley. Riley is briefly mentioned in the main game, and in Left Behind you'll learn more about her. Ellie and Riley clearly have a strong bond, and that can be seen right from the start. You'll see how Riley rubs off on Ellie, which helped to make Ellie who she is in the main story. The conversations during their time together help explain and reveal some of the things that take place in The Last of Us. Despite the depressing situation caused by the outbreak, you'll see these two girls make the best of it and still manage to have fun along the way. This is mainly what is covered in the story in Left Behind, although there are some surprises that I'll leave to you to discover. The story presented here is a great addition to the main game and shows that Naughty Dog's storytelling is still top-notch. While it is short, the story is still engaging and a great experience. Revisiting the world of The Last of Us has me looking forward to more. If you're expecting Left Behind's gameplay to be as intense as the main game, you may be a bit surprised. Left Behind is a bit light on combat and places more emphasis on storytelling via Ellie and Riley's conversations during their tour of an abandoned mall. It's not all just walking and talking, however, and you will take part in the fun times these two have together. This helps to break up the dialogue and traveling with some gameplay elements suitable for the story. Make no mistake though, combat is still present in Left Behind. If you did the sensible thing and played the main campaign first, you'll initially know what to expect from the combat in Left Behind. However, Naughty Dog manages to introduce a new combat situation where you have to deal with both infected and hunters in the same location. In this situation, you can pit them against each other to make things a bit easier on yourself. These battles don't always turn out the way you expect, so you still need to think through your approach. Though short-lived, this tweak to the gameplay changes things up for the better and makes Left Behind stand out against the main campaign. I know there's no guarantee, but I would love to see what Naughty Dog has in store for a sequel. Left Behind is a great example of how single-player DLC should be implemented. It may be short, but it does a great job of introducing new gameplay mechanics and of course expanding on an already amazing story. My only complaint here would be that I expected more combat scenarios with Ellie and Riley. It would have been interesting to see how they would have handled running into some of the infected. Despite this, it is well worth it to add this to your collection.